Well, good morning, afternoon, or evening. You may delete as appropriate. My name is Chad Landman. Welcome back to Landman EDC. Thank you for clicking on the video today. Today we're going to be talking about my car kit. This is the kit that I have with me hanging in my car every single day. This is also a review of the TomToc Aviator T35 sling bag. We're going to take a look at all the stuff that's inside of this, and I'm really excited to talk to you about it today. Let's take a look. All right, so just a little programming note for you. In the months of May and June, it is very, very busy at the day job for me. I am a full-time minister. I'm in charge of Vacation Bible School. If you don't know what that is, look that up. But I am going to be very busy until June. I do plan on being at Blade Show Atlanta. And so if you're going to be at Blade Show Atlanta, let me know down in the comments. I'll be there on Friday during the day. And so want to catch you there if you're going to be there. All right, so my little Essentials car EDC kit. Now, I'm specifically naming the EDC kit for the car because this is not I'm not fixing my car with these. I'm not putting jumper cables. This is not a car emergency kit. This is not necessarily a get home bag, although in a really, really bad pinch, I could take this off, strap it on, and have some extra battery power, flashlight, tools, smaller tools, and all that stuff. So let's talk about this bag. First of all, this is the TomToc T35 in X-Pack. This is the chest bag. This is a small version in 1.5 liters. Now they do make bigger versions of this. I also have the 3.5 liter version, and it is very big. It's big enough to fit an iPad mini inside of with a foldable keyboard. I reviewed that in my micro sling bag setup, the setup that I still use and I still take to coffee shops here in town when I need to get out of the office, and it's really good. That video has a ton of views, so make sure you check it out. I'll have it linked below. But also, this is just a car kit of essentials that I might need from time to time while in the car. So first off, I want to say thank you so much to Awesome Hank and their sponsorship of today's video. And they're sponsoring the video. They just sent me the limited edition Data Crew collaboration that they did. These are awesome little handkerchiefs. They're very, very small. Check out how small that is right there. And I love the topo pattern on this one. I actually bought several before they got in touch with me. I had bought several Awesome Hanks before. And so they have really good craftsmanship. Microfiber on one side, regular cloth on the other, and they have a ton of different patterns and things. Plus, they also are beginning to get into some other things like accessories and candles and all sorts of stuff. So make sure you check out awesomehank.com. It's excellent. They are sponsors of the channel. Thank you very much for them. But also, I will have a Hank in every single bag that I have. It is useful for, sometimes I wear glasses. I clean my glasses off, clean camera lenses off, clean all sorts of different things off. It is absolutely essential and wonderful to be able to use these. Not much else to say about the Hanks except they're pretty awesome and they're really, really handy to have around. And so let's go and start with the front here. And I don't have very much in the front, but when I do have this is a key lanyard holder, and you've got a nice little metal lanyard holder. And of course, I said this is X-Pack with some minimal TomToc branding here. You've got a seatbelt-like feeling strap, which is great, and just a regular buckle here. Nothing incredibly special, but that keeps the cost down. This bag is about 40 bucks, and you can actually get discounts on it to make it even less. So very good value for some very good X-Pack. This is the coral color, by the way. I thought this was a neat color to request, and so my wife will actually be using this bag a little bit at our Disney World trip here in just a few weeks. This is a titanium pill holder. Now there's a million titanium pill holders, but I found this one really nice because it only holds about 5 or 6 pills, and if your pills are bigger, then it'll hold even less. But you unscrew the top right here. It's made of titanium. You've got room for about 4 to 5 pills in here, and that's really all you need. And when I forget my medicine, I'm old, I take medicine. I have allergies, all that stuff. When I forget my medicine, it's really handy to have this in my car knowing that I have a backup. And I don't have anything else in this front bag right here, but you've got this ripstop material, this gray ripstop material on the front that I really like. It looks really fantastic. And then you get, let's go ahead and go to the back where there is a secure pocket. This is excellent for travel. And of course, this is RFID shielded. I know that's not a huge deal anymore with the way that debit cards and things like that are done, but it's really cool. RFID shielded, so you can put cards, passports, anything like this in the back, and it will be, if you're wearing this as a chest or sling bag, it will go right up against your chest, and that way it's the most secure possible. I wouldn't necessarily put any items in here that are secure on the outside. And so you've got AquaGuard zippers, YKK zippers right here. So this is, you're not gonna be able to dunk this in a puddle, but if it's raining and it's raining a pretty steady pace, you're gonna be okay for a little while with the waterproofing that this has. And so you've got waterproof zippers. Zippers are usually the failure point when something gets wet. It gets in through the zippers, not through the material most of the time. And so this right here, having the AquaGuard zippers, is a very nice little added bonus to where your stuff is gonna be dry on the inside. The only other thing that I have on the outside is a gear aid. This is a HeroClip, and I love these clips because I can hang this. This is actually what it hangs by. You've got these cool little mounting points, but this is actually what it hangs by in my car. And so you can actually take these off and do them like that. You can make a hanger out of it like that. You can hang them up on bathroom stalls, on any sorts of things like that. You've seen these around. This is the mini version, and I have probably 3 or 4 HeroClips. They are just amazing utilities to have, and I love having them on all of my bags. So moving to the inside, and I do want to talk about the biggest one first. You are probably familiar with this if you have watched my powering up for summer video. This is the Sharge ICEMAG 2. Now this is one of those that goes with your phone. It actually magnetizes to your phone and starts charging instantly. And I love the fact that it has a USB-C out here on the bottom, plus an on-off button as well. And you see the fan kick on right here. That's the reason why there's called an ICEMAG, is because this fan actually exhausts out through here. You can know that these battery packs actually make the phone a great deal warmer. And in the summertime, that's no good. And so the ICEMAG actually keeps it really nice and cool. What I like is they added to the ICEMAG 2 is this nice little cantilever stand right here that extends out all that way, so you can actually put your phone down and you could actually be tapping against it, and it's pretty good and stable as well. And you got a little 10,000 milliamp hour charge, so that lets you charge this. Your phone should charge about 2.5 to 3 times depending on the size of your phone. Most phones have a 3,000 to 4,000 milliamp hour battery, so if you've got a bigger phone, a bigger Android phone, or a bigger iPhone, this only works with MagSafe, but you can use it with the USB-C in or out to charge it right here as well. You've got some RGB, which of course makes it charge faster and makes it do all sorts of different stuff. I'm joking about that, by the way. Make sure you comment on that. But the fan, while I think it's effective, it has an interesting little whine. That's the only complaint that I have about this product, is that it has an interesting little whine to it. Listen if you can even hear that. But it's got this high-pitched whine, and while it's charging, but also while it's charging something else up. And so very good. I love this. I have an iPhone 16 Pro, and it's able to charge it at least twice full. And so it is a little bit heavy and bulky, but that's the reason why I keep it in the bag. So if I am without a charging cable, you can use this. I can use this to charge my phone without a charging cable. So I love that. The ICEMAG 2 from Sharge fits in there very nicely. An excellent travel companion, especially for the summertime. Okay, let's get to something else I've talked about as well, and that is the Keyport. Now, while I don't carry this around with me for my regular set of keys, I use it for my less used keys that I need sometimes, but also you can add all sorts of things to this. As you can see, I've got a multi-tool kind of combination tool right here, seatbelt cutter right here that's actually pretty decently sharp. So again, very good to have in your car. I've got a pen in case I'm without a pen, but also a 16 gigabyte flash drive. And I've got a couple of important documents on here as well that are password protected. And it's really nice to be able to have just something like this in a switchblade form factor. Plus you've got that cool topo glow in the dark scale on the outside. And then I opted for the other belt clip on the outside, the other side. I could put something else on this. I could get the attachment that is a flashlight and all sorts of stuff, but that would be doubling some of the functionality inside of this. So really like this, and this is one of those kinds of things that you can infinitely customize, and so I love having that little Keyport there, that tool. I actually use that a whole lot more than you might think. This is the Big Idea Design titanium side click. This is the double side click, and so you see it's a tiny little pin here, but it's a ballpoint pen, but it writes really, really nicely, and you just click it either side right here, and very, very cool. I love the aesthetics of this. Again, not the cheapest pen. You could get some other short pens that are much, much cheaper. You could put a short Sharpie in there to be able to write a note to somebody if you need to, if you bumped into them in a parking lot or what have you. And that's one thing that I want to try to fit in here is a small memo pad. That's not something that I have on the list here today, but that's one of those things that I want to fit is a small memo pad. This right here, moving on, is my flashlight of choice. This is the Rovyvon AA145. This is a really cool, nice little flashlight. This is brand new from Rovyvon, I believe. And it's got it's the AA45, so it goes by a AA battery. But that AA battery is one of those special batteries that has a USB-C charging port right on the battery. So you could use that to charge your USB-C anything that you have. It's only a little over 3 inches long. I really like the styling on this as well. You've got some really good options, and it gets really bright with a maximum output of 800 lumens. So really cool from a little bitty flashlight like this. But what I love, and is pretty essential with car stuff, is having a magnetic base. And so having a magnetic base where I can open the hood of my car, if my car's broken down on the side of the road and it's nighttime, I can put this up there and essentially illuminate the entire engine compartment. Now, I've got a smaller car, but for some bigger cars, it might not illuminate the whole thing, but this is a very, very good little light. And I love the styling, the all black right here, the reversible, the pocket clip that's got a hat clip on it as well. You can put this on a hat if you wanted to. And I like the stainless steel styling of the switch. It's just really, really awesome. They do include an extra rechargeable battery with the USB-C port in it in the box, which is really, really nice. So I really like the Rovyvon Aurora AA145. Really cool styling here, nice and small. You know how I am with tiny flashlights. I'm in love with cool little tiny flashlights. This is also a tool that I've featured before. This is the AntDesign E-One. This is the V1. They actually have V2. I've been using this so long that they have the V2 out now. This is just a scraper tool made out of titanium. The V2 actually looks really cool, but you notice you've got some magnetic hidden storage here, which is super cool. You push that open and it pops open. You've got a tiny little Phillips head that you can do and use right here as a good, nice little fulcrum, get you some weight behind that, but you can also use it as a driver here on the opposite side. So again, in a pinch, helps out as well. Just nice having something like this, and then you can just stow that bit magnetically and tuck it back away in there. Plus it's also a pry tool as well. I like the little Damascus styling here. It's not essential to the functionality of it, but it's neat. And AntDesign has some really cool stuff. I haven't actually checked them out in a while, except for looking this product up to make sure I could talk about it. But they've got some really cool stuff that has come out, so I might be getting in touch with AntDesign here in just a little bit. This is the Roxon KS2 Elite. Now I have featured this in a couple of different episodes as well, so I won't go over it in depth, but you've got a D2 knife steel blade in here. So if I just find myself without a pocket knife, this is actually incredibly valuable. But what's cool is that you pull out this right here and you think, well, what's happening here? You've got a full set, a really nice set of scissors right here. And we'll go ahead and do the chop test here with some 550 cord, paracord as some of you call it. But let's see if we can chop it. Oh yeah, it chops very well. Very scientific chop test here. And it just snaps right through it. I love scissors that are sharp enough and have enough strength to chop through stuff like this. So it's really handy to have a nice pair of scissors, and it folds up in this nice little package right here. Then you've got this little lever where you can poke these tools out. You've got a very small Phillips head, but also a file, crosshatch file, and a ruler on the other side. You've got a scraper tool. You've got an awl, I can never say that because of my southern accent, but AWL and awl right here if you need it. You've also got the inevitable bottle opener as well. You've got a couple of those different tools and they just tuck back in there. I love this thing because it's so compact and it does not look like a multi-tool, but it does quite a bit. Roxon has some amazing stuff out. This is actually one of their older models, and so make sure you check out Roxon. They've got some really cool stuff that they're doing right now. On the inside here, I've just got a USB-C to USB-C cable that can go along with the Sharge power bank in case I need to charge something that does not have MagSafe. So that's really cool. You can find short USB-C cables like this. The only reason I grabbed this one is because this is actually from a hard drive. So if I actually need to use it for a hard drive to pull something off of my computer, I can do that. But it's also nice and it's braided. I think this just came with like a random hard drive of mine. But you can check out short, high quality USB-C cables as well. And the only, the other thing is I have my dad's SwissCard, and I just love this. This is a little bit repetitive, but it's got some really cool stuff, a little pair of scissors in it. This is a very old SwissCard, so I think you can find relatively new SwissCards, the see-through ones, but you've got a nice little blade here. And of course, you've got your file. You've got a couple of different things. I've got a lot of duplicate tools in here. I could probably get rid of this, but it's just really neat to be able to carry this around. And sometimes I'll tuck this into my wallet as I am going out if I had forgotten my knife or whatever. And then the last thing I have, of course, is just tied to go. If I'm going to a meeting and I get mustard on my shirt, which happens, just some tied to go things. Normally I have some other wipes in here, some alcohol wipes that you can get like 100 of them for $5 at Walmart. And those are really good for just general cleaning stuff, cleaning screens, cleaning things like that. And then you polish them off with your awesome Hank and they look really, really nice. But that is my car kit. Tell me what you think about this. I just thought that this would be really neat to share. I've been using this for a month or two now. I haven't used the T35. I've been using a VanQuest pack. But at the same time, this T35 has actually been really nice because it's just been really small, out of the way, hangs on the back of my car, my passenger seat, and that's it. And so thank you so much for tuning into the channel today. And again, apologies for the lack of videos this time of year, but it's just too busy at the day job, and that's the one that pays the bills, plus also it is my calling as well. So thank you so much for being on the show today. So thank you so much for being a part of the video today. We're going to be back hopefully with some reviews on, I've got a really good one for you guys. If you stuck around to the end of the video, let me know how much you're looking forward to me reviewing this little bad boy right here. This is the Ultrahuman ring, smart ring. So I'm really looking forward to that. But all that aside, I've got some really cool wallet stuff to share with you as well. Thank you for being a part of the channel today. If you please like the video. The like in the video is actually really, really important. And if you haven't subscribed, make sure you're subscribed. And if you have questions about Jesus, about religion, about any of those types of things, we do a Bible study every Friday, live streaming Bible study every Friday at 2 p.m. Central. You don't have to join then. You can watch then or you can watch later. But we're going to be having a series where we're going to have some Bible questions. I'm going to take some of your Bible questions and hopefully I can answer those. Now, I don't have all the answers, but I know who does, and that is Jesus himself. So thank you so much for being a part of the channel today. And if you got any of those questions, be sure to email me on my channel link on my email on the channel link there. Thank you so much. Have a great rest of your day.